This is Floridian Rollo coming at you with another pre-recorded video. Without further ado, let's hear what they got to say with the Josh and Maya catch-up with Arlette and Amuli, episode 38.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's your host Arlette and we are here today with Josh and Maya. Welcome y'all. How are you feeling?
Good. Feeling good.
All right, so they both smiling. Arlette is ready to catch on to what they got to say. Let's get to it.
Okay, good. Good to have you guys back. We did have you on episode 38 of Pop the Balloon or Find Love, where you guys ended up matching. You're good? All right. Well then, is it a yes for you for her?
Yeah.
Okay, and is it a yes for you for him?
Yes.
We got a match! I'll take...
Well, we know the big fella doing this thing with Shorty. This one here was an interesting match. Let's see what happens.
The mic, and you guys can go on up, make some noise for them. All right, so on the show, Josh, so the first young lady that came out, our first contestant, you almost matched with her, but there was a comment she made that I guess in your head, but like, you know what, no, I'm not gonna match with this young lady, and ended up popping. She told another guy like, oh, so you got 2 kids. So what about that made you decide like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pop?
All right, so Arlette is talking about a particular lady that he may have interest in, and he's going to explain why he popped the balloon.
Yeah, so the situation was, we definitely, I thought she was going to choose me. She had already popped the guy. It was between me and a gentleman that was on the end. She went down to pop him and then doubled back. So in my head, I'm like, why are you doubling back if you're not interested? So immediately that was a red flag for me. And I just, I couldn't go along with her. I couldn't match.
Got it. So you kind of felt like you weren't the original choice? Is that what was kind of going through your head, or?
I mean, and I guess you can say that. I mean, if you double back on somebody that's already popped, then clearly that's more your type. So I didn't feel like, she actually wanted me. So, I didn't, that's just not something I'm going to go for.
Okay, I see.
All right, so he explained the situation. Let's say I see, it is what it is. He made the response to what she said. All right, let's continue.
So Maya, one of your questions to the guys was about movies. Is that like, does that help you get to know people a little better, or like, why was that one of your deciding questions?
It does bring out an excellent point that she brought up with the movie thing. That's why he had that smirk, whole laugh. All right, let's go.
Well, number one, I'm a creative person, so I feel like I like anything like that pertains to like the arts. So like cinema, I'm like a real cinema nerd, and I feel like you can semi kind of tell a lot about a person by their favorite movie. So I just kind of wanted to feel everybody out and just, I don't know, see a different side of them,
Okay. And then I think you said you're an artist, right? You do music?
Yeah, I make music.
Okay, like you see.
So she makes music. He's like with the stare, like, okay, we gotta listen to this. Yes, we have to listen to this. It's part of the conversation.
Sing, you rap, what kind of music you do?
I do a little bit of both. So I'm like a harmonizer / rapper, but I'm really nice though. Like, like.
Oh, okay. Can we hear a little something?
No. But again, my Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube is the same. Maya on Mars, and that's Mars with the Z. So.
Okay. She said don't put me on the spot, Arlette, please.
Please don't, because I saw the last person that y'all had seen on there, and it didn't go too well. So we're not gonna do that. But...
No worries. We'll make sure to check you out, Apple Music. All right, so let's get right to the point of why we are all here today. Since you guys ended up matching, have you gone on a date?
She like, Like, yeah, sort of. Arlette's expression is funny. Arlette's expression is funny. All right, let's continue.
Okay, Maya's nodding. Yes, yes. Oh, okay. How exciting! So, when was the first date? Where'd you guys go? Oh, Josh. Okay, go ahead, Josh. Yeah.
So where did we go? We left after we left the studio. We went to right there by Phoenix Stadium. Like I forgot what that's called. It's called
Mall, I think.
What is it called?
They're talking about the mall, the Phoenix Arena by the Phoenix Suns.
Grand Skate Mall, I think. I could be wrong. The mall.
Is it Westlake? Is it called Westlake or something like that? Is that right?
Oh, you're talking about now my
right next to the arena where the WNBA arena is. There's like a bunch of restaurants in there. There's Neo's restaurant is in there. I think it's Neo's restaurant.
Okay. Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes,
Okay,
so you guys went there. They have plenty of restaurants. Yeah.
Yeah. So we went in there. We had a great time.
Nice photo. They look like they're into each other for the most part. I'm looking at the line. Yeah, she's kind of like, into him somewhat when you look at the line, the green line. Anyway, let's go.
Then we rode out to some random park and just talked and hung out for a little bit before I took her home and then dropped her off. And then the next day, she had plans.
Okay.
The next day she went horseback riding, and then I picked her up from horseback riding. We went to go eat, and what else did we do?
They seem like they don't even know what they did together because it must not be something serious there. It looks like. All right, let's go.
Oh, I know where we went. We went to your shop. I don't know if you want to tell people, but
You can.
it was really cool. It was really
Okay.
cool. It was really cool. We went to an
The
Astro
little
shop.
420 shop. Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh, you said 420.
Oh,
Like you said.
you're talking. Oh, okay.
Oh
Okay,
no,
yeah.
that was the night before. That was the night before that we went there to this.
Yeah, you can mention that too. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I didn't butcher the whole thing up. So that was the night before where we went there
Okay.
and we had fun. And then the next day we went eating, and then we went to the place, the Astro shop. Did we go anywhere else after that? I think we just went out and watched a movie.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I took her to the airport.
Wow. So you guys got real acquainted, it sounds like. Okay. So how was all that for you, Maya? So Josh talks about it a bit. How was that first few days, I guess? It was 2 days you guys got to know each other. How was that for you?
I mean, it was cool. Like, I feel like, the vibes were nice. The conversation was nice. I feel like, I did get to kind of, like, know him a little bit more just outside of, like, filming and stuff like that. Like I said, I feel like he had, like, good hospitality, treated me real nice, gentleman. So, I mean, it was nice. It was a nice little vibe.
So she was kind of into the situation, is what she's saying. Let's go.
Okay. So now he dropped off at the airport, and you're in Texas, right, Maya?
Yeah, I'm in Texas.
You're in Texas. And Josh, you're in
I'm in Miami.
Miami.
Texas and Miami. All right, here we go.
Miami, okay. And so you stayed in Arizona for a bit after, or how long were you?
So I was there for a few days, because my family stays out there, so she got to meet my cousin.
Oh, cool.
We were at his house.
Cool.
And then when she went and left, I stayed in Arizona for a couple days, and then I went back home.
Okay, nice. So after you guys went back to your homes, how was the communication?
That's the key. How was the communication? Here we go.
Okay, let's hear from Maya, because she's making a lot of faces over there. Maya, let's start with you.
Come on, Maya.
Okay, we did talk about this. Have a conversation about this. But if I'm being honest, the communication, I do feel like, before us like returning back to like our home states or whatever, like I said, I do feel like the chemistry, it was good, it was there, but I do feel like after the fact, I don't necessarily feel like there was like a build up of chemistry between us. But like I said, we did have a conversation, so I'm not sure if it was due to me a little bit and like our schedule conflicts or whatever, but
Here we go. All that, like, what?
I mean, yeah, the communication, it wasn't like the best, but yeah.
Okay.
I'll take some accountability. I'll take some accountability. Like,
Okay.
I mean, we talked about it. It wasn't like consistent enough communication for me to feel like we were moving or we were progressing. But she explained her perspective, and I understand her perspective. So I'll take some accountability that I didn't really take enough initiative to make sure that the communication was consistent. So I can't put it on her.
Okay. So what were you guys doing? Were you
Well, that's good. That's good to hear. All right, let's see what Arlette's going to say and how they respond.
texting? Were you calling, FaceTiming? Like what was not working?
I mean, we was all over. Honestly, the communication was like all over the place. It was sometimes we would talk through text, sometimes we would FaceTime every now and then. Sometimes I'll talk to her on Instagram. So it was like, oh snap, my bad. But yeah, it was. That's what I'm saying. It was inconsistent. Like we didn't. It wasn't like we were talking every day.
Okay. So what would you say changed?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Y'all making a lot of faces, but we ain't hearing anything.
Here we go. Here we go.
I mean, I don't know, like, I guess, like, maybe inside, like, because, like I said, because Josh is in Miami, and I'm in Texas, and so, I mean, I don't know, like, I really don't know, or, cause...
What I will say is that when we finished filming, it was holiday season, like, right after. So, it was tough. Like, we did keep in communication, like, you went...
I don't want to hear excuses from both of y'all.
I don't know if you want me to tell you business, but she did like leave the state to go see her mom and stuff and hang out, and then she came back. And then I'm really busy during the holidays because I'm all around my family. So it was just, we didn't get off to a great consistent start when we went back to our respective homes. So it was like the holidays didn't make that any easier.
Okay, so you're saying the holidays. Maya's like, I don't know.
Look, I tried to like quote unquote ask Josh about it, but
Communication is key. It's time to make up. Is y'all gonna make up, or y'all just gonna go your separate ways? We're gonna find out as the video continues.
like I said, I just feel like it could be like the schedules, and then because let him tell you, he said he feel like I wasn't like consistently texting him, but I feel like I was. So I mean, I don't know, but I don't know. Yeah.
So I know Josh said he took some accountability on his end, but you're saying you were texting him and he wasn't replying?
Yes. Like, it wasn't even bad. Like, I just feel like, I don't know, he said, like, it was just, like, my text time was, like, inconsistent. Like, they were long drawn out. And, like I said, Josh is a busy person. Josh knows I'm a busy person. So, I still feel like, even though, like, we probably text, like, a couple times throughout the day, to me, in my mind, that was, like, my way of, like, I don't know, communicating or trying. So, yes.
You're trying to communicate. At the same time, y'all got to make time for each other to make it happen. Both of y'all got to meet down the middle. That's where the issue lies with the both of y'all.
Okay.
I tried. I tried. But yeah.
Josh, you felt like she was trying?
I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, I said you felt like she was trying?
To be honest, at the time, no, I didn't.
Okay.
I'm being honest. But after we talked, yes, okay, I can see from her perspective. It's just, you know, you're in that weird space where you don't want to do too much. So I didn't want to do too much. And I'm busy. She's busy. She got things going on. So it's like, it was just a lack of good communication. Like, we just need to sit down and have a talk.
A person's going to make time for another person even if they're busy. I don't want to hear excuses. If y'all into each other, y'all going to make time for each other. They're supposed to be balanced. Let's go.
And I will take accountability for that because I'm the one that has to initiate that. So it's not her fault.
Okay. So now you said you guys had a talk. When did this talk happen?
Here we go.
When did this talk happen, Josh? When did it happen?
Recently.
Okay.
Like
Recently.
within the last 2 weeks, right?
Oh. Okay. So now you guys had a talk. You called her. She called you. What brought up this talk? What made you even want to have this talk?
We've had a few talks in the last couple of weeks.
Okay. That's good then. So we went from bad communication to now we talking. Is that what you guys would say? Okay, fine. I guess I gotta play teacher now. Let's hear from Maya. Let's hear from Maya. Go ahead, Maya.
Okay, so one of the things that like sparked, cause I like I said, we weren't like consistently talking, but I do feel like one of the things that did like, you know, make me reach out to Josh was because I did get a very, very interesting phone call. So after like getting the phone call, you know, I did reach out to Josh and I told Josh, you know, like what happened or whatever. And yeah, we talked about that, and then I feel like at that point it was just like, I guess it's just like talking about like how the communication between us was off and the reason why I received that phone call, I guess, whatever, I don't know. But either way, the conversation was brought up because of another conversation that was initiated with somebody else. And so I had to just call Josh to just like confirm like WTF was going on. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right, Josh, let's hear your side.
Well, she's saying this is the truth. Like I got a random call in the middle of the night, and then
we both got random. Oh, you got one too?
Yeah.
Sorry, I guess we both
We
got
talked
random.
about this. We both got a random call in the middle of the night, and then we speaking after that interesting phone call, and then from there we just been talking. We just been getting to know each other.
Okay.
It's been fun.
I feel like I know what this call is just because on TikTok I keep getting tagged and I keep getting sent a video and all this stuff. So you know, let's talk a little bit about this video that I saw. And Maya, it was on your TikTok. So tell us about this viral video for the people who hasn't seen it. What was going on?
Okay, to be honest, I was not expecting it to do that. I just like was like on some like, oh my god, look at this. But basically, one of the ladies that he popped on earlier on in the show, I guess she really liked Josh. Like she was really feeling him so much. To the point where I guess like she was not like, you know, for our match. And so she just out of nowhere randomly called me and wanted to tell me, you know, about her and Josh's little reunion in Miami, I guess. And like I said, like, you know, me and Josh, like, we're still, I feel like on like the friendship base level of like getting to know each other. So I feel like in my mind, I'm not necessarily pressed by it, and I didn't necessarily feel a type of way, but it was just the simple fact that I got this call, mind you, at like 12 o'clock at night. So
Okay. So she came to Miami and let you know about it. What did I tell you, fellas? Ooh, man. Let's see how he responds. Look at all that expression.
It was just very random. And so, yeah, so, you know, I just reached out to Josh to try to clear the air or whatever. And, yeah, but that was like the basis of that.
And shout out to Arlette for getting at the 1 million subscribers. She reached the 1 million milestone. So I know her and her hubby going to talk about that. All right, let's continue.
Okay, it kind of did like end up in a little like, you know, curse out towards the end. But I just
part
like,
I saw.
You know, so I just feel like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't want nobody to think this is like me fighting over Josh, because like I said, me and Josh were cool. But I guess Josh just has like another girl that's like really like adamant about having Josh in his life, in her life. So, hey, you know, but yeah, Josh, how was that Miami reunion for you? How was it?
Okay, Josh. Tell us about this. What's going on?
Uh-oh.
Now, I know Maya said she's not too pressed.
Uh-oh.
Yes, because you guys are still getting to know each other. But, let's still hear from your end as well.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's been a couple months since, we weren't really talking. Like, we were just checking in every now and then. So I didn't think we were going to move forward romantically. So I started talking to somebody else. And unfortunately, I didn't see that going anywhere either. And the explanation that I gave to that person, I guess that person didn't believe that what I was saying was the truth. They kept asking if me and Maya were in communication, if we were still talking. I said, no, we weren't.
Of course they're not going to believe that. Of course. I'm glad you're saying that. Of course. Ain't no woman going to believe that you not talking to another woman. Yeah. It be in their mind. You can't change their mind. Let's continue.
Where that we were just friends, and not even talking like it was every blue moon that we were talking. So not even like a constant communication from a friendship level either. But I guess that person didn't believe that, and they went fishing. They called Maya, and I mean the rest is history.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I just feel like there's so much more that I want to ask, but it's unfair if we don't have the third party here to also talk about her viewpoint. So I just feel like, man.
I feel the same.
Okay. No, you know what? We're going to leave this up to BM. I feel like this is something that we should take on to BM Talks to them. If our third party wants to come on, we're not going to mention her name on here just in case if she declines, but we'll take it on over there. So we'll
Oh my goodness.
We'll put a hold on this conversation for now and kind of go back to you two, which is what we're actually here for today. So, you guys had this whole, I guess we're going to call it a trauma bonding moment. You guys had a little bonding moment with a phone call. So now, where are you guys today?
Where are you guys today?
To be honest,
yeah, Josh, let's hear from Josh. Josh, where would you say that?
Well, Arlette, she said to be honest. She started.
No.
That was a heartfelt moment.
No, Josh. You said what you was gonna say.
Let's hear from Josh, and then we'll switch to Maya. So, where are you guys today? If you had to say,
I was just gonna say that we had we've had wonderful talks leading up to this catch up. I think we're in a great place to see where things can go from here.
Okay.
Out the doghouse. I don't know. But we'll see. But I think, genuinely, Maya knows I think she's a great person. She's a fantastic artist, and she has a lot of qualities that I'm looking for. I matched with her for a reason. Right. So I would obviously love to see where it goes. I would love to continue to talk to Maya, but that's up to Maya. That's not up to me.
It's up to Maya, it's not up to him. Okay, let's see what she says.
Maya girl, where are you guys today? He said he would love to continue to talk to you.
I'm sorry, Josh knows I think he's really cool. He's super cool. But I'm going to be honest, I don't do third party situations. I just don't. And I'm not going to lie, I actually kind of do feel like, I don't know, maybe there is a little bit more, to the situation, to the story. But I don't know. I could be wrong. But I'm going to just be honest. I do feel like, I know you jokingly say, we trauma bonded through the phone call or whatever. I just feel like during the early stages of talking to somebody, I don't really like to go through stuff like that. So I feel like, I don't know. But like I said, Josh knows that I think he's, the coolest. But I'm not going to lie. That whole third party situation just kind of did catch me off guard, and I just don't do stuff like that. So it's question mark.
Okay, but you're still speaking with him,
so he still have a chance in a long call. We'll see
on a daily basis. But in your mind, you're saying right now it's on a friendship kind of thing, or do you see it ever changing romantically?
I don't know. I can't tell the future. I don't know, but I do. Like I said, he's cool. We do. I don't know if Josh considers us friends. You consider us friends, Josh? Do you? It's no.
Yes, I consider us friends.
Okay, so I mean, yes. So I feel like this has formed a very fun, good friendship. You know,
Okay.
but I feel like as far as relationship, I really can't think about that right now because I'm still, you know, just trying to recollect myself from this past situation that I feel like I kind of got pulled into. So yeah.
Yeah. They'll be working on something real soon.
Okay.
That's
Oh
understandable.
man. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. So, and when was the show, your episode filmed? Like, I just want to get like a time frame of how long it's been so far.
I really think it was December 8th to be exact.
December. Okay. Okay. So it's been about 2 months, you would say. So it is pretty early on. So I understand what you're saying, Maya. But you know what, Josh, don't give up. Keep on trekking. But so just for us to kind of go ahead and wrap this up, guys, any projects you guys are working on, anything we could be on the lookout for from either one of you guys? Let's
hear it.
start with Maya.
Well, I'm always working on music 24/7. I just dropped a music video titled Eclipse, so everybody should go check that out. Again, my artist handle is the same on all platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. Maya on Mars with the Z. So, yeah, that's about it.
Okay, make sure you guys check her out. Josh, what about for yourself?
Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of pet community events in my area. Small ones. I am currently working with the city on a larger one, so I'm very, very excited for that. I also produce and songwrite, so I've been trying to collab with Maya here. So hopefully,
And he's really nice. That's why I'm like, why? Like why?
Oh.
So we'll see.
Once they get across that, once she figures out what she want to do, in the meantime, he's gonna handle his business. It is what it is. Let's go.
We'll see where that goes as well. But
Okay.
but yeah, so look out for the events in the area. If you're in the South Florida area, look out for my my pet community events.
Yes, make sure you guys support our good friend Josh, okay? All right, guys. Any final thoughts before we close out? Anything I could have missed that you want to throw out there?
Here we go.
No.
No, you guys are good. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on today. Hopefully, we get to continue our conversation with BM, because I know everyone watching at home is like, what's going on? What's this like? Because I'm over here like, what's going on? But, you know, like I said, we need everyone involved to have the kind of deeper of a conversation.
Oh my goodness.
But anyway, thank you guys both for coming on today and speaking with me and letting people know where you guys stand. And everyone at home, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you all next time.
Later. All right, y'all. That's pretty much about it. Peace.